Hi, everyone. It's Darcy with Swon and Company, and I want to welcome you to our first Small Business Partner Profile Live. I have been looking forward to tonight for ever since we started our business back in February. And I'll explain to you here in just in a minute why. But a little background on who we are, just in case you're not really sure and you just happen to past our page, or maybe you're following from the Brownie Bar. But I am Darcy Swon, and I am one of the members of the Swon and Company family. We're a family-owned online home decor and gift store. We actually got the idea for what we're doing from a place that we visit every time we vacation out west. And what is really cool about this, it's a brick and mortar, but what's really cool is that you go into this store and you can buy candles to pillows to baseball caps to earrings, and they all come from different artists and small businesses. So when you go to the cash register to make your purchase, you're supporting many small businesses with that one purchase. And I thought that was a really cool concept. And my family has talked about it for years about what could we do to be able to support small business, but also provide an opportunity for people to find items that they just can't find anywhere else, and that would make gifting easier. And so that's how Swan and Company was born. So Swan is our family. We've got some talented people. I'm not one of them, but we've got some talented folks here that are already gearing up for the holiday season and are making some really cool products. And the and Company are our small business partners, and we look for those partners to bring something unique to the table so that we can showcase their products and them. And if you're interested, I'm going to put a plug in here. We're always looking for artists or small businesses to join us. And if you go to our website at swonandcompany.com, scroll to the bottom of the webpage, and you'll see a link or a tab that says artist. Just click that on and connect with us. And hopefully we can add you to the and Company part of Swan and Company. But today I wanted to profile one of our small businesses. I'm actually sitting outside, and it is an actually gorgeous day in Iowa where we're located. And I thought it would be cool to do this video from here. But what I did not anticipate is there's a lot of little teeny no-see-um bugs. So if you see me swat at myself, it's because of that. And just disclosure there. So anyway, but I want to bring on Jim and Michael. They are the owners of the Brownie Bar in Omaha, Nebraska. Hey guys, how are you doing
Hey,
tonight?
good, and you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you so much. I know today is one of your days off from baking and serving up these wonderful gourmet brownies and toppings. So I really appreciate you guys spending a few minutes with me today to share a little bit more about who you are and on what you do. I met you guys, I believe it was in September of 2019 when we were at a small business development conference in Newport Beach. And Michael and I were small business development counselors, and we're there for our national conference. And I don't know, maybe you guys don't feel the same way, but something clicked that day. And
Oh,
we've been
definitely.
friends ever since. And very supportive of each other. And actually, Michael and I did a whole workshop series on marketing, which is where our backgrounds are, and just stayed in touch over the years. And then, Michael, you left, and I have since transitioned out of that role as well. But you left to go to something a little sweeter, so to speak. So, why don't you two share with us the aha brownie moment of what got this ball rolling for you guys?
Well, I think it started one day we were out having dinner and we wanted to have dessert. And we were both thinking, well, what sounds good to you? And we thought brownies, but where do you go to get brownies? And there's a lot of places that have brownies on their menu, but nobody that specializes in it. And so from there, it kind of went from this, well, why are there cookie shops and cake shops and cupcake shops, but nobody has ever attempted to try and make a brownie shop? And then Michael had the idea, well, what if you had the option to build your own brownie where people could come in, you'd have like a brownie base, but with that, then you add different frostings and liquid toppings and compotes and things like that, and basically build it the way you like, because everybody likes different things on their brownie.
Sure. Well, and brownies are kind of that, to me, it's kind of like the apple pie of desserts, right? I mean,
Yeah.
cookies, there's cookies everywhere, there's cupcakes everywhere, there's cakes everywhere, but there's not a lot of options for brownies. And there's just something about brownies that just are comforting, right? And
Comforting, everybody loves them.
Yeah.
yeah, and you guys have a couple of options with your brownies, but before we get there, explain how you guys came to market. You guys did some testing, didn't you?
Yeah, so what we did is we decided to test it with our friends, first of all, just test recipes and toppings to see if people would like them. And, and just said, hey, we're thinking about this crazy thought. And so come on over and will you guys test it? And we let them have a piece of paper and we let them grade what they thought was good and what they thought was bad, or what they liked the best. And then we decided from there, we went to doing it at farmers markets. And one of the questions that we kept getting from people at farmers market was, of course, where's your brick and mortar? And at the time we were doing a cottage industry. So in the state of Nebraska, I'm sure in Iowa, you can do baked goods from your home. You have to follow a few rules. But what we found is that corporate people asked us, like the concept of letting people top their brownies. And so they started asking us to do corporate events. And there was no way we could
bake
bake
that many
that many
in the
brownies
house.
in the house without taking a 24-hour time period to do that. So we looked and found a brick and mortar that was kind of already put together, which was kind of nice, kind of a turnkey thing where we just had to pay for what was already in the building. And of course, a convection oven cooks much faster and cooks more brownies than our oven that can only cook 2 pans. So that's kind of how it came out. When you're at a farmer's market or when you're out in public, especially at farmers markets, you get a lot of people giving you suggestions and ideas. So things like the raspberry compote, I think one of the reasons we bottle our toppings and sell it separately is because some guy at the farmers market said, if I could just buy that topping in a bottle, I'd buy it. And so that's kind of how listening to customers and hearing what they had to say kind of gave us the ideas of different things that we could do. So it's kind
So
of how it all.
what year did you guys open the location there at the old market in downtown
November of 2019.
2019? Okay. So
Yeah.
how did the idea of the bar theme come in? Because I think that's a pretty unique angle when you come in to your establishment. It's not typical.
Yeah, I think we were just I mean, we were toying with names, and Brownie Bar came to the idea, and I'm like, well, this is kind of like, you're building your own brownie. It's kind of like building a craft cocktail. So why don't we go with the bar? And then I think we started talking about packaging brownies in 6 and 12 packs, and that was like, well, that's kind of a bar thing.
Yeah, it's kind of a play on words. Plus, the brownies are baked in individual loaves, so they look like a bar. And then we kind of play on the word bar.
And we have a flight of brownies so people can try different things. And then we call of our employees bartenders, or brownie bartenders.
Brownie bartenders is what we call our bartenders. Yeah.
Yeah. So we kind of just stuck with that idea and played with it and took off.
Gotcha. Well, I will agree with the gentleman who told you the raspberry compote is delicious on its own, because I will tell you the portion sizes are phenomenal, and we always have leftover when we order them, and it is delicious on ice cream. It is delicious on waffles and pancakes and pork. It
Mhm.
is absolutely fantastic. So it is very we don't ever throw any away at our house. I'll just put it that way. We find places and ways to use them for sure. So you guys have been in business at that location since 2019, and then you moved out west to Omaha. Tell us a little bit about what led to that decision to go over in that direction.
Well, I think part of it was we were doing a lot of corporate events, and most of the corporations in Omaha are located west of 72nd Street. And the downtown location was like on 13th. So we found this location in Rockbrook, which is just off of 108th and Center. It made it a little easier for us to do those corporation events. It has, we have a little bit bigger mixer out here so that we can do a larger quantity of brownies than
Okay.
what we can do downtown.
So you have the store downtown at Old Market, you have the store out in Rockbrook area, and you also have a store on four wheels. Share a little bit about that.
Well, a couple of years ago, so probably in about, I think it was during the pandemic,
Yeah.
2020 or 2021, we bought a van. uh, And it's basically a food truck. And so during the warmer months, we're able to go out, and we have been hired by corporations to provide brownies for their employees. We've been to street fairs, we've been to farmers markets, we've been to, oh gosh, it's a whole wide range of different places where we've gone to either sell the brownies, or oftentimes the corporations will just buy a set number of brownies for all their employees. And then that way they don't have to pay for the brownies. They just
Sure.
come and choose the brownies and the toppings, and we serve
Nice.
it on the van.
And you do wedding receptions and all sorts
Yeah,
of
yeah.
different
Yes.
And
events.
we've been to places, I mean, we haven't just been to Omaha.
Yeah.
We've been to, places in Lincoln, we've done a couple of things in Des Moines. Couple of things in some small towns in Iowa. So we travel with the van, we try to travel within like a 2 to 3 hour drive.
Sure. So you guys, I remember you telling me about a fundraiser that you did for a school that was looking for something different. Share a little bit about what you did for that fundraiser.
Well, it was a consolidated school district. So there were 4 or 5 towns that were all combined
Mm.
together. And they were, I want to say, middle school aged kids. They were younger. Well, and the high school too, I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah.
Yeah, so they were all, so it was something where the kids could go out, and we had come up with different packages. So the packages were generally either 3 brownies or 6 brownies, and then toppings on the side uh, that they could go and sell. And we had come up with these cute names. Actually, the school had come up with some of the names themselves
Mhm.
for the
Yeah.
different packages based on whether it was peanut butter frosting or dulce de leche, or something that they would come up with. We had a PB&J package that had a raspberry compote, peanut butter frosting, and the brownies.
Mhm.
And anyway, the kids sold the packages, and then
Door locked.
we put them. What was that?
There's
Oh,
somebody coming in the door.
Oh,
we just had a
what
customer try to
Just
come
had a
in.
customer.
right,
Yeah.
of recording
Yeah.
from your shop location.
Yeah.
So not only do you have folks coming in and getting flights and taking them home for events, you also have your van that goes out and sells the products. Or as you'd mentioned, Jim, corporations bring you in to treat their employees. You also do these fundraisers. You guys are just like everywhere, which is really, really cool. And like Michael mentioned, it's not just in Iowa, or I'm sorry, not just a minute or
In
Nebraska,
Nebraska.
you're all over the place, and Iowa as well. So, I'm curious, what sets you apart from others in the baked goods industry in your area? What are some of the key things that you think that you are doing
Well,
differently?
we really push the fact that we bake everything from scratch, and that we use real ingredients in all of our products. So we're using real butter, real vanilla, not imitation vanilla,
Mhm.
real chocolate that's 100% cocoa, real eggs.
Mhm.
So, and I think that, I mean, we know of cupcake and cookie shops that make their products from mixes that they buy in bulk,
Mhm.
and then they add sometimes just water and or dairy products to it. So that, I think that makes a big difference.
And I,
Yeah.
I think that's really important. I'm glad you shared that because you can truly taste the difference when you bite into one of your brownies, especially that real vanilla. I mean, that's a flavor that you can't get unless you have that product, right? And just the quality of the brownie is amazing. And they're big. I mean,
Yeah.
you can easily share a brownie with someone. I don't. I personally, I don't share, but you could if you were
I'm the
nice.
same way. I would eat the whole thing myself.
Yes, yes. So
I think the idea of too, being able to create your own is kind of sets us apart. Like you get to come up with whatever, we had Jim's brother's an engineer and he figured out when we only had 8 toppings at the time, now we have 12. He figured out that there's over 1,600 combinations you could come up with. I mean,
With
that's just
just the 3 base
brownies
brownies and the 8
toppings. It's
toppings.
just crazy that, so it's fun I think it's really fun for kids. And kids really love to mix and match and play and experiment with the different stuff. But I think that's what sets us apart is that it's made from scratch and you get to build your own. And that's really
yeah,
important. So
very cool. Well, we started our online business back in February of 2023. Actually launched on my oldest daughter's birthday. And I remember 6 weeks into us going live, I got a phone call from you, Michael, and you said, "How's it going?" And I said, "It's going." The internet brings a lot of advantages and disadvantages to a startup, right? There's a lot of noise, and that's why it's so important to have people like, share, comment on your posts because it helps. It's a ripple effect, right? It gets you out in front of an audience, and we really appreciate that. All small business owners do. But I remember we were having a conversation, and you said to me, "Have you thought about doing gift boxes?" And my response was, my sister, who's also one of my business partners, she helps me select items for our store. She does retail store displays, and she has a background in home decor and gifts, so she's phenomenal in helping. And she actually came up to me one day and said, "Let's do gift boxes." And I'm like, "Oh, I don't want to get into that just yet. We need to understand what we're doing here first with the online shop before I jump into that." But I love it. We'll look at it maybe in a year. And
mhm.
after an hour and a half of after your conversation and talking about it, we ended up jumping in with you and launching gift boxes. And we went live right before Mother's Day. So we've been small business partners in collaboration since the 1st of May.
Mhm.
Do you want to explain a little bit about these gift boxes and
So
what makes them so unique and different?
yeah, and I think first, we were selling brownies. We did ship brownies, which we did,
Mhm.
not often, but we did a lot, especially during the holidays. But there was just something missing with it. It's like, so we can ship a 6 and a 12 pack, and that's kind of fun. And, but a corporation's only going to want to do that one year, one
Mhm.
Christmas for their clients. So then I was like, well, what if we ship other stuff with it, and then looking at your stuff. And I was like, well, Darcy's got some cool stuff. So we should see if she has some things. And we've come up with so many cool little, like, the everything but ice cream box, for example. You get the cups to put the ice cream and you get the brownies and you get the topping. And so you can make your own ice cream sundaes. You can add some napkins, funny napkins to it. So we came up with that idea. I think that gave us a better platform because during COVID we had a lot of people who wanted to ship brownies, but we just couldn't ship. We could only ship 6 and 12 packs. So we wanted to spice it up a little bit, and I think that's kind of why we wanted to partner with somebody that could do that and could come up with some creative ideas like you've done to get that launched. And just it's just great because people can build, and you kept on the same concept that we've been doing about building your own brownies.
Mhm.
You added to that building your own brownie box, gift box,
Mhm.
and which I think is great because then people can spend what they want.
Mhm.
Um, if they've got a limited budget, they don't have to put a ton of items in it. If they've got a budget and they really want to go all out, they can add as many products as they can.
Yeah, it's
It's
great.
really
They can just
cool.
kind of pick and
Yep.
choose what they want in the gift box based on the person that they're providing it for.
Absolutely. I think that is key right there, is that it is so hard to find an item to send to someone, whether it is, "Hey, I'm thinking of you," or, "Hey, I'm celebrating with you," or congratulations, all different things, right? Or just because. And it's
Mhm.
hard sometimes to find things to send, and we're making gifting easy, right? So you can go out and pick a theme. You can add 3 or 6 brownies, like you said. You can add toppings if you like. Then you can go look from the hand-picked items that fit within that theme, and you can build the box for the person you're sending it to. You can ship it right then, or you can say, hey, I don't want it to go out till this date, and we'll hold it and ship it for you with the brownies fresh, so that it arrives in time for whatever the occasion may be. And I think that is really cool. The feedback that I have heard from people who have not only received them, but have sent them is this is just an easy way to send a gift. And as we're entering into the holidays, I know we'll be jazzing up the boxes with some different scents. We have travel candles in some of them, so we'll be going to more holiday scents, and some mugs that'll be a little different and things like that. But I love that concept of having a person find gifting to be easy. And we actually have even had realtors purchase the box for clients. And the feedback that I got from those realtors was over the top. Like, my client was so appreciative of that little gift that we sent, of a few brownies and a couple of little items in there for their new home. And that makes me feel really good that we're helping people make other people feel good. We're helping them pay it. Uh, I don't know, just brighten the day. And I think that's really, really cool, and something that we're striving really hard for on our end. And I know you guys give back a lot in the Omaha area, through your programs and such. So you're on the same line as we are when it comes to those kinds of things. As we head into the holidays, we're willing to work with businesses to create custom gift boxes if they want, or realtors to include information in their boxes if they'd like. They just need to reach out to either you guys or to me. You can go to our websites, and our contact information is on both of our websites, and we will work with you to make that happen, because we just really love seeing those boxes go out the door and knowing that they're brightening people's days. So
The good thing about that is there's no set price on what you're
right.
doing. It can all be based on what you can afford as a business or as a personal person, what you're sending out. So
Yeah,
it's not, we just have one or two different boxes at
and
set price point. You can
right.
build it based on what you can afford, or what you're able to do, or how much you want to get to appreciate your clients.
Right. And we've got 9 themed boxes right now.
Yeah.
We just launched our latest one in time for kids going back to college, right? So mom and dad can take their kid off to school, and then a week or so later send them a box to say, hey, I'm thinking of you. I hope you're settling in. Here's a little treat. The really cool thing with our gift boxes too, and I have to say this because I'm a big small business supporter, obviously. We actually have a small business in Omaha who handcrafts all the enclosure cards, and Pen Pal Crafters, right, is the name of her business.
Yeah.
You can buy her cards in their store locations, but you can also, when you go to checkout, you can click to have an enclosure card, and you can send a personalized message as well. So there's another small business that's partnering with us on this particular project. So super excited about that, and where those gift boxes are going, because I just love giving people options. And it kind of goes back to your theory of customization, right? People want to customize their gifts
Yeah.
or their brownies, and we're allowing them to do that by and making it very easy too. So
Or not, they can choose one of those that we've already customized for them,
right,
those 9 that you mentioned, or they can build one themselves. So just depending on what
absolutely.
you're willing to, how much work you want to put into it.
What's in the horizon for you guys at the Brownie Bar? I know you're really working hard on increasing the gift boxes, right? And
Yeah.
getting more into corporate on that. Do you have any new brownie things coming out, or are you just maintaining and just perfecting and keeping things where they're at?
Right now, we are focused on really getting through the holidays and really, we really want to grow that shipping business.
Hmm.
At some point we would love it to franchise, but we're not there yet. And we get, the old market store has tons of tourists that come through it, and they're
Yeah.
always asking if we're going to open another brownie bar, or if we're going to open one in Kansas City or Lincoln or Des Moines, or we've had people as far as Dallas and Phoenix ask us the same question. So that, that's something that eventually we'd like to do. But for right now, you can order these online and have them shipped to you. So, if you experience it, you like it, you should, you can get online and order those and have
And
those.
leave a review. We
Yeah.
love reviews. Yes.
Yeah.
So how do folks get in touch with you? If I mean, give the store locations if you would, and the social media channels you're on if they want to start following you. I know that you also are starting to share some out of the brownie box ideas on what to do with brownies. So it's not just a brownie. You've got some really cool ideas on how to take a brownie to another level. So how do they follow you and get more information from your side?
They can go to browniebaromaha.com and that will pull up our website. They can order from there. They can look and see where the locations are. I can tell you right now, we have our downtown location is located at 13th and Leavenworth in Omaha. And the one at Rockbrook is 108th and Center Street. We're actually across the street from the big Rockbrook Village, but we're still considered part of Rockbrook Village. So we're in a little strip mall across 108th Street from Rockbrook Village. And I think it's important to remember that, you know, the next 4 months, September through December, are our 4 busiest months of the year, and largely because of the holidays. So if you're interested in doing some kind of holiday shipment, whether you're a corporation, a realtor, or just doing personal gifts, get on it in September or October and get it booked soon. The sooner the better.
Yeah.
And by November, December in the past, we've had to turn people away, unfortunately, when they're trying to send out Christmas gifts the first week of December because we're just so busy.
Sure.
And we hate to do that. We want to be able to plan ahead so that we know.
And in both of your store locations, you do have some retail space. And we are very honored to provide those products for your Brownie Bar Boutique. A lot of those items also can be found in our gift boxes as well. But the Rockbrook location especially, we have a lot of really cool celebration items, entertaining items, and gifts. So if you come in to get brownies, we've also got products there in the store that people can select from to just kind of finish up a little gift to give to someone or to make that event that they're getting the brownies for even that much better. So we appreciate you guys allowing us to come in and provide some of those products for you.
And people can find us on LinkedIn. We have a LinkedIn page. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
Hmm.
So those are the four social media sites that we're on.
Awesome.
You can find us there, and we're always posting cool and creative ideas, like
You
the
are.
brownie pop kit that we sell. So kids want to make brownie pops with their parents, they can do that.
So
So
the really cool thing with that, just in case folks don't know, but instead of cake pops, you've taken a twist and you've done brownie pops where you
mhm,
actually make it easy. So the parent or whoever can run in, get their brownies, right? And then a lot of times we're seeing them cut them in half, and then they can get a brownie box, a brownie pop kit
yeah.
with the sticks and the chocolates and the sprinkles so they can take it home and have a fun activity, Michael, like you said, to spend time with their kids, or maybe it's a birthday party and they want to, find in a little activity for the kids to do. But you've got it one-stop shop. I mean, everything they need for those brownie pops is right there.
And it
Um,
includes an instruction sheet that shows you step by step on how to do
Created
it.
by
So,
you, by the way.
Yes, some fantastic tips from someone I know who's an amazing baker. Her thing is cookies, but she knows what she's doing. So it's not me. I don't bake. So, and you're probably appreciative of that. So anyway, I want to say thank you so much to you guys. I love hearing your story. I never get tired of hearing it. I think most successful small businesses are started to solve a problem, and obviously you saw there was a need in your area for something different, something unique, and you guys have turned it into a really cool experience for the people that come in. And we couldn't be more proud to partner with you on the gift boxes. And if you want to go out to their site at browniebaromaha.com, you can order the gift boxes through them, or you can go through our site at swonandcompany.com and go to gift box boutique. It'll take you to the same exact location, and you can walk through building your own box, and we'll get it shipped out when you're ready for us to send it. So anything else you guys want to share?
Pe- We like partnering with you.
We really do. We appreciate you as
You
well.
guys are very creative.
So thank
and
you, Swon and
we-
Company.
Yeah, we love it.
It's been great. And
It's
it's
in
really
the
been,
mail. No.
Yeah,
it's been fun to watch people browse through the store, through all the things, and it brings a lot of smiles to a lot of people when they come in. So
And one
thank
thing I think we need to mention, I just almost forgot. I got to pull up my calendar here really quick. We are going to be at the Rockbrook location, which is 2821 South 108th Street. See, I know my address there. In November, and it will be November 10th in the evening and all day on the 11th. And we're doing a Christmas open house. We're going to have really cool Christmas gifts so you can get a jump start on your Christmas gift giving. And you can go ahead and place orders for brownies. I know, Michael, you and I were talking the other day about Thanksgiving gifts for corporate is becoming a new trend. And, you guys are able to get a jump early and get those gift boxes out for those corporations that are looking for that. So that would be a good time to stop in and get that taken care of as well. So I look forward to seeing you guys in person here real soon, but I'm really looking forward to that open house and looking forward to these gift boxes, which are ultimately making gift giving even easier. So thanks guys again. And we'll be back, I hope, next month with Desert Blossom Candle Company and sharing her story about how she got started making these realistic candles. And I'm just floored every time I see a new post from her, what she's got coming. Our succulent candles, they look like potted succulents, are be here in the next day or two. So you might want to hop out to our website at Swon and Company, SWON and company.com to check all of those out. So until then, I will talk to you later. Thanks, everyone.